Good morning, buenos dias, bonsoir. Welcome to Life Lessons Straight Up with a Twist. I am your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and grateful that you are here with me today. This podcast is unedited because life is unedited. So you can't go back in a conversation that you had with a friend or colleague and delete the parts that you didn't like. It just doesn't work like that. So we're not going to play that game here either. What we will do is ask ourselves the right questions to learn the lessons for the season we are currently in, aka this present moment. As always, we'll get started with a question, and whatever activity you engage in for self-reflection and introspection, please feel free to do. So whether that's writing in a journal, recording yourself saying the questions and then saying your responses out loud, drawing, singing, dancing, okay, whatever. Do whatever works best for you. So today's first question is, what will it take for me to just do it? Part 2. What will it take for me to just do it? Part 2. So if you haven't listened to part 1 of this podcast series, I would highly recommend doing that first. And if not, if you have time today for this, then definitely it will resonate with you for sure. But the reason that I actually wanted to put this into a series or different parts is I realized the first episode. First of all, this question is really meaty, if you will. And for those of you that don't eat meat, you know what I'm saying. It's very heavy, right? There's a lot of layers to this question. So I felt like I was doing a disservice if I just kind of touch the surface, or what do you call it? Scratch the surface. I'm horrible with those sayings, so just work with me. But I just felt like there was more to the exploration. And honestly, there's always more to the exploration. These podcasts that I'm doing are really to start the conversation you have with yourself, right? To start the self-reflection, to start the introspection, and then you're going to continue to ask yourself questions, and whatever comes up, obviously you will explore in your process, right? But this one just kind of hit me a little bit where I was like, yeah, we need to come back with this. So the way that I thought about this was, okay, so let's say you listen to what will it take for me to just do it, the first, part 1, right? And you're like, okay, listen, I know what I want to do. I've created an environment, an inner environment and an outer environment of support. So I have a wise counsel. I have a wisdom collective, right? I have people that I can confide in, books, podcasts, whatever, right? You have the environment that you need that will support your goals. You have accountability set up, right? So you've done all the things, but you're like, Charity, listen, I'm still not able to maintain my motivation. So I can start. That's all fine and dandy. I'm ready. I got my goal. But after a while, I lose interest and I just stop. Now, if this resonates with you, I know you can't see me and I can't see you, but give me an amen, give me something, nod, something. This is very true. This is very true for me. And I have a feeling if you're listening to this is very true for you as well. So it's like you're doing all the things and it's still not working. So we will always go back to the questions. If you ask the right questions, or if the right questions are asked to you, right? As I'm hoping I'm doing for you, I'm asking you different questions. They're going to unearth the answers that are already within you, right? The answers that you seek are already within you. So let's unearth those. So if you feel like that, everything that I was saying before, you do not have the ability, or you feel like you don't have the ability to take consistent actions towards your goal, the next question to ask yourself would be, specifically, what actions am I taking, right? So let's start this with a goal. Let's say your goal is to work out, because that's just, it's just easy. I feel like so many people have that goal. So let's say your goal is to work out in whatever capacity that looks like for you. My goal is to work out. My goal is to work out for however many minutes, let's say 30 minutes a day 5 days a week. I'm just giving an example so it makes more sense. So that's my goal. So if I'm looking at that, and this is you're looking at this as, what actions am I taking? So that's the question to explore. After that, so now we know our goal is to work out for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. How do the actions that I'm taking align with my lifestyle? How do the actions that I'm taking align with my lifestyle? How do the actions I'm taking align with my personality, my preferences, etc., etc., right? This is super, super important. So let's go back to, we'll just keep that example, and hopefully you know how to just put your own example into this process. The example I'm providing, if it's not resonating with you, totally fine. Use what will resonate with you. Use your situation in place of what I'm saying. But I'm just giving you a general example so that you can kind of see how this process works. So let's say the 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week workout isn't working. My lifestyle is I really struggle to go to bed on time. Now this is an example. This is not me, but I'm just saying let's use this example. So let's say I'm the type of person where I really struggle to go to bed on time, and I have scheduled a 6 a.m. workout every morning, or mornings 5 days a week. See, now saying that, you're probably like, well, why would you do that? Exactly. So I'm aligned. That does not align with my lifestyle. If I'm the type of person that has trouble going to sleep or, having a wind down routine, I'm basically setting myself up for failure. Hello. If I schedule a 6 a.m. workout, right? So it's really looking at the actions themselves and putting those under the filter of who we are. So let's say another one. Let's say the example is I want to start my own business. So what are the actions that I'm taking to start my own business? That's the goal. What are the actions that I'm taking? Well, every day I spend 3 hours. I schedule 3 hours to work on my business. How do those actions, spending 3 hours working on your business, align with your lifestyle, your personality? Well, I actually work best when I split up my day. So whenever I have something to do that is a consistent amount of time, I lose interest. You see how this process is working? I really hope this is resonating with you and these examples are making sense. We know what it is that we want to do. What is missing, if you're not just doing it, is there's a resistance. And that resistance is there for a reason. More than likely, we're setting up something, the way, the steps, the actions, whatever word resonates with you, but we're setting something up that doesn't align with who we are. That doesn't mean that you're not going to make the goal. That doesn't mean that you're not going to pursue the goal. It means you're going to pursue it in a different way. So going over these questions again, because this is super, super important. What actions am I taking? What are the actual actions that I'm taking? How do these actions that I'm taking align with my lifestyle, my personality, my preferences, etc.? The last question that kind of is almost a sub question to that second one is, can I say, well, of course I can do that, to whatever the action is? Can I say, well, of course I could do that, to whatever the action is? And the reason I say that is, if it's easy, like we don't think about brushing our teeth. We don't think about tying our shoes. We don't think about, these simple things. You just do it, right? So if you're thinking about exercise, I'll give you an example. Again, this is more, I really want you to focus on the questions, but if the examples are helpful, obviously use these as well. With working out for 30 minutes. If you're the type of person who says, Oh God, I don't want to work out for 30 minutes. What do you want to do for 30 minutes? What wouldn't you say? Oh God, I don't want to do that for 30 minutes. So let's say you're the type of person that enjoys talking to your friends. You enjoy talking to your friends on the phone. You enjoy dancing. You enjoy whatever the case may be. Do that. So every time you have a phone call with a friend, go on a walk, set your timer for 30 minutes, boom. That's your exercise, right? So there are ways. We just want to dig into kind of something that happened in a previous podcast episode, like what am I missing? Right? If I know what I want to do, I know I have the environment that I need. I've created this environment of support, inner support, outer support. I have accountability systems. I'm doing the things. What am I missing? That's what this kind of other phase of the process is all about. So hopefully that gets you to, start exploring a little bit deeper into where the resistance is really coming from so that you can set up whatever it is in a way that aligns with you. If you get in a trap, or if you're the type of person that gets in the trap of, I should be doing it this way. I heard this from a friend of mine the other day. Well, I should be able to work on my business for every day. Or what did she say? I should be able to work on my business every day for 2 hours without even thinking about it. And I was like, what, why? What, why? Anyways, I digress. But yeah, definitely, dig into those questions. Those are the questions I had. We might do another series on this. We'll see. If I get some feedback from you listening and you feel like, we'll need to dig into this a little bit more, let's definitely do that. But those are the questions I have on my heart. Really excited again and grateful that you are here and we get to do this work together. I don't have all the answers, right? This podcast is as much about me as it is about you and vice versa. Like it is, we are all in this personal growth, this self-reflection and these processes of self-reflection and introspection, right? So thank you again. Please rate or review this podcast wherever you're listening. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Take care.